What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Upstate Bets and DFS. I am here with my partner Dale. We're back here on another Thursday night with a really good game here with the New Orleans Saints at home taking on the Jaguars with who could be without Trevor Lawrence. So it's going to be a really good game. I really hope Trevor Lawrence does play back here on Prize Picks. If you haven't signed up yet, use promo code Upstate. It's going to match you dollar for dollar all the way up to $100. Prize Picks is the only prop site that we use. You do uh, more or less on any player props. Pair them up 2 to 5. Amazing site. If you look up here, it's got everything between esports, WNBA, golf, combat. It's unbelievable. We highly recommend using it. Use promo code Upstate, and Dale's going to tell you about the Patreon.
Patreon's a really good place to be if you're looking for more picks from me and my partner Reoz. For $15 a month, we have a packed up October. NBA is about to start, playoff baseball, obviously NFL picks every single slate. So this month is a really good month to join. But I have a good feeling we're going to start getting really hot soon. We've had, a good week and then we've had a lackluster week, but we've strung together some good videos here and good Patreon plays on these showdown slates. So I highly recommend coming over, especially for this showdown slate. We're going to have a really good game here. And then for NBA, man, you're just getting so much content for the price, especially from not only me, but and Riaz as well. Two of us, we've got a good track record on the Patreon, and a couple new members over there this month as well so far. So come join the party and sign up on the Patreon. It's linked in the description below.
Without a doubt, we had a really good week for NFL on the Patreon, and even won some really good playoff baseball picks. So definitely check out the Patreon. And I'm going to start us off here in receiving yards with somebody who's kind of been up and down this season, and that's Chris Olave. Looking at his projection at 68.5. I'm going to go with the more here. We saw him really come out of the gates early this season, going for 112 against Tennessee, then following it up with 86 against Carolina, and then having two really down weeks against Tampa Bay and New England. But then last week, bouncing back, finally looking really good again with 96 against Houston. Pretty tough matchup against Jacksonville. They really do like to bring a lot of pressure to the quarterback, and Derek Carr being pretty below average this year, not really doing what we thought he was going to do this year. Just really struggling. But Chris Olave is such a deep threat. Obviously, we know just starting off those three weeks, getting over 10 targets, and then even in the games where he struggled, he still had 6 and 5 targets in those games. Finally, coming back with another 10 targets. I think this is a low enough projection where he doesn't really need to do much. And he doesn't need those 10 targets to get the 60.5. So I think Chris Olave is an amazing play here. So we're going to take the more with Chris Olave.
I'm going to jump over to a pass catcher on the other side of the ball as well. I'm going to go Christian Kirk here. I like the more on his 51.5 receiving yards projection. New Orleans been a good defense all year. I understand, the question around Trevor Lawrence in this game, whether he plays or not. I still like Christian Kirk in this offense. We've seen Ridley kind of be a little lackluster. He came out in that first game. He also had another big game as well. Ridley did. We saw some things. I know, a lot of people thought it was going to take him some time to get his feet back under him, not playing football in a while. But Kirk was explosive last year, and I really felt there was no difference why Kirk should have slipped so far in redraft leagues and stuff like that. Because Kirk was really the number one guy. You could throw in the tight end Ingram in there as well as a really viable threat on that offense. But this is a guy that is going to rack up targets as the season goes on. We saw 14 against Kansas City, 12 against Atlanta, 8 against Buffalo. Has been struggling to find the end zone, but for a guy that's receiving over 20% of the target share in his offense, a guy that can catch the deep ball and catch things out of the slant and makes him, get a lot of yak yards. Is a guy that you want to target in this game, especially on these Thursday night slates. Things get dicey. I'd rather just go with a constant, a guy that I know that's going to get the targets and the volume. Christian Kirk really seems like a good play here.
Absolutely love Christian Kirk. He seems to be one of the most steady guys on this team besides week one, where we saw Ridley go crazy and we didn't see anything out of Kirk. So really like these two plays. These are our two plays for a really good Thursday night game. If you want more picks from us, like Dal said, it's going to be linked in the description below. Our Patreon, $15 a month. Uh, let's just go another 2-0 on these showdown slates. We seem to be the showdown kings, so we want to take down another slate, and we'll be back with another video on Saturday night for the Sunday main slate. Peace.